Hi, I'm Chris Schiller with Economy Pharmacy. At Economy Pharmacy, we do things a little bit differently. We try to make dealing with your medications as easy as possible for you. One of the major reasons that patients have to go into an assisted living or nursing facility is because they can't manage their medication. What we have at Economy Pharmacy is called compliance packaging. And what it is basically a pre-filled med planner that has everything that the patient takes already all in it. So for instance, on Friday, October 9th, Jane Doe in the morning, all the medications are going to be in that one bubble. So this is timed and dated, and exactly what the patient needs is already in there. It goes from left to right, and from down to up, and it goes morning, noon, evening, and bedtime. We can customize this to exactly the patient's needs. So every medication that the patient takes in the morning is going to be in the morning bubble, and then so on and so forth. If they take something just once a week, it's going to be in the once a week bubble. So it could be in the Wednesday morning. If they take a vitamin D on a Wednesday morning, it could be on the Wednesday morning bubble, and that's where it always will be. What's also nice about this is it has everything that the patient takes listed at the top. It has every medication, a description of what the actual tablet looks like, how often they're supposed to take it, although it doesn't really matter because if it's in here, that's how they're supposed to take it. And it's going to have the prescriber's information on here. This really helps decrease med errors. It really helps if you are a loved one or a family member that is having to go over to fill a med planner for a patient or for a loved one. It just makes life a lot easier. Instead of you going over or them filling up a med planner and only having, enough to get to Wednesday of one medication or enough to get to, Thursday of the other, we had to call the pharmacy. The doctor didn't have refills on there, so the pharmacy had to contact the doctor. We fill all this at one time. So when you go over there, you're not going to have to do anything with their medication, but just check and make sure that they're taking it. And it's going to be timed and dated, so if you show up on a Thursday afternoon, if the last time they took their medication was on a Tuesday morning, then they're not being very compliant. So what this does is make dealing with your medications a lot easier. It's completely different from how pharmacies have always acted. We've always tried to be reactive. When you're out of medication, call us, we'll refill it, we'll get it to you. This is more of a proactive approach. We actually start filling your medications 5 to 7 days before you actually need them to make sure that we have refills on file, to make sure that we have plenty of medication in stock, because I don't send this out partial. We're gonna send it out all at once, one time a month, so you're not having to call the pharmacy multiple times. You're not having to go to the pharmacy multiple times. You're not having to deal with your medication really at all besides take it. We do everything else. So we're going to make sure you have refills. We're going to make sure that we have inventory in stock. We're going to package it all together. We are going to send it out to you in real time. So right here, this card ends on October 15th at bedtime. Your next card that you get is going to start on October 16th in the morning. So you're going to know when to take your medication, and it helps you keep it on track. We are going to deliver this out to you 1 to 2 days before you're actually out of medication, or you can pick it up at the pharmacy. We don't charge any additional fee to deliver in our designated delivery area, which includes Tulsa, Bixby, Broken Arrow, Jinx, and Muskogee. Anything inside that area, it's free delivery. Anything outside that area can be a delivery fee determined by distance. But again, it's just once a month. So I know whenever you think delivery fee, you're thinking every time we come out, which is multiple times a month because that's what you're used to with the pharmacy. But again, this is completely different than how normal pharmacy works. We actually do everything ahead of time, so it's a once a month delivery. Some of the major obstacles with compliance packaging is a med change. So let's say that I send you out 4 cards at the beginning of the month, and about when you're through with half the cards, doctor decides he's going to change a medication, let's say from a 20 milligram to a 40 milligram. Well, normally that would cause a big problem because I would have to tell you, all right, look for the little white round tablet, pull it out, and then we'll send you out the other one, you can put it in the package. But that's not how we do it at Economy Pharmacy. What we will do is we'll tell you to rip off a day's worth of medication. We'll send our driver out to pick up all the remaining cards that you have at home. We'll bring it back to the pharmacy. We'll pull out the 20 milligram, put in the 40 milligram, and then resend it out to you. I have to send you back out the one that you don't take any longer because I can't take medication back, but we'll send that out in a bottle and mark it do not take. So you'll know exactly what you're supposed to take. Some of the benefits with this also include if you're going to go out for a day or even a weekend, you don't have to take all your medications with you. You don't have to take a med planner with the risk of spilling it, not knowing what tablet does what. All you can do is just rip off, just one cube, or rip off a whole day or a couple days worth of these and take them with you. If you're going to go see, let's say that you're going to go see a specialist and they're going to want to know what all medications you take, instead of you taking a grocery bag full of medications in, you can just take either a card or even just the top. It's going to have everything that you take listed right here on this card. So actually it solves a lot of issues. It's safe for travel. If you're going to travel with it, instead of you having to take all your bottles with your labels on it, it's completely labeled and completely legal for that. We can also include over-the-counter items in here. So if you take a fish oil twice a day or a baby aspirin once a day, we can include in the packaging. So you're not going to have bottles set up all around your packaging, not sure if you took it or not. We can include it in the packaging. What we will actually do is work with your doctor to go ahead and get him to send over an order for that, so we can include it in here, and it will show up on your medication profile of everything that you're taking, so we can check for interactions. There are so many advantages to this that really there's no downside to it. Your copayment's going to be the same at our pharmacy as it is at any other pharmacy. We don't charge any extra fee for packaging or for delivery. There's really no downside. It just makes dealing with your medications or the medications of a loved one a lot easier. What we do is we set up each individual patient an account, and we'll bill the copayments to that account. So you'll get a bill once a month. Instead of spending $5 or $10 each time, you're going to get a bill for $50 as they all add up, if that makes sense. Patients that are not really good candidates for this would be if they have VA benefits and they get their medications for free from the VA, or if their insurance forces them to do mail order. So not a mail order option, but it forces them to do mail order. Financially, it's just a better deal to keep getting it in the bottles. The insurance is going to charge you a way higher copayment at a retail pharmacy than if you get them free from the VA or if you have to do a mail order. So this is all your maintenance medications. We don't put any PRNs in here. What we do for PRNs is depending on your preference, we can send it out in just a bottle. So if you take a anti-anxiety medication or a pain medication that you take just only when you need it, we can send it out in a bottle if you prefer, just like a regular pharmacy. Or we can send it out in a pack that looks just like this, but it's an all-white pack. And so it's a PRN pack that kind of helps you keep track of how many you have. And then whenever you get low on needing a refill, because PRNs don't come up due for refills the same time as maintenance medications do. So if you're interested in compliance packaging and economy pharmacy making your life a little bit easier when it comes to dealing with your medications, just click on the link below or call us at the pharmacy, and we would love to take care of you. We take care of everything from there. We will contact the pharmacy that you've been going to transfer over all your medications. We'll contact your doctor to get an updated med list, so we'll have refills for all your medications when they become due. And then we'll get all your medications synced together to where they're filled the same day, and then we'll get them delivered out to you. Let Economy Pharmacy help you or a loved one manage their medications today.